Well, at least we had some fun and made some friends along the way. Dream lose 87 to 83 to the New York Liberty in the final game of the season and the final chance to clinch a playoff spot. Let's talk about the game. Last chance to dance. This is the truest must-win scenario for the Dream for any hopes of securing a playoff spots, of which there are only two. Phoenix would have to lose in addition to Atlanta winning for the Dream to make the playoffs here. Same injury report as the last several games. The Dream are very depleted, but they're still trucking along. The Liberty, however, are 100% healthy. After some feeling out, Ryan Howard draws first blood with a 2 and then gets the and 1. Betnijah Laney heads to the locker room shortly afterwards, not sure exactly why, but given how much time she's missed all season long due to injury, I cannot blame them for being cautious. In addition to being a former Dream player and a damn good one, she led the Liberty in scoring for last season. Both teams are playing some pretty good defense, forcing the other to cycle and move the ball and getting key steals. 2 minutes into the game, New York hasn't scored, but Cheyenne Parker does catch a Wheeler rebound and sinks the 2-point chip shot. Sabrina Ionescu finally knocks down the 2 for the Liberty. More zone defense and really good passing by the Dream lead to Caldwell getting a 3-pointer. Rebecca Allen blocks Ryan Howard but just can't hold on to it, so Erica Wheeler picks it up and gets another 2. It's 12-4 with 5 minutes left in the first. 4 Dream players have scored. Liberty call a timeout. Betnijah Laney comes back into the game. After trying to find the right play in enough space, Laney scores a 3. Maureen Johannes scores 2 3-pointers and 2 possessions to retake the lead for New York. They go on an 11-2 run since their timeout, broken up only by a free throw by Ari McDonald. Atlanta has 4 turnovers with a few minutes left. Not as well as they were at this point in the last game, but on the bright side, New York does have 7. But that's okay. Johannes scores another 2 3-point baskets. That's good for 12 points off the bench, and the first isn't even over. Hanju picks up a technical for inadvertently hitting Cheyenne Parker in the face on the follow-through on a shot, but Parker still gets the shooting personal foul, so Hanju gets and sinks both free throws. It's 22-26 after 1, New York leads. Rebecca Allen and Stephanie Dolson keep the 3-point party going starting the second quarter. The New York Liberty lead by 10 points 2 minutes into the second, and Atlanta is missing a lot of their shots, struggling to even get shots off to begin with. Fortunately, though, Ryan Howard still knows how to transition and get the ball off to an open Caldwell into the corner, who gets in on this whole 3-point fest. Next possession, she gets another 2 points. She's 3 for 5 with 8 points in this game, and Howard is driving to the net, which she needs to keep the hell up. She can score from pretty much anywhere, and she has to take advantage of that, especially if she's going to draw fouls out of it. Those free throws from Ryan Howard are almost guaranteed to go in at this point. But don't forget about their defense either. Howard and Hillman deny Dolson 2 points and force an out-of-bounds ball. Maureen Johannes actually misses a shot the first time all game. I guess she's human after all. And Natasha Howard knocks a 3. Caldwell hits another 3-pointer, becoming the first Dream player to reach double-digit points this game. Howard becomes the second with another 3. Laney throws the ball through traffic to Ionescu, who misses the 3-point shot from the corner, but Dolson tips it in on the rebound for the coolest-looking 2-pointer of the game so far. Caldwell, however, is not done scoring threes. She brings the deficit to 2 points and leads all players on either team in scoring. You know what? Forget signing her in the offseason. Sign her at halftime. Ryan Howard is missing a lot of paint shots, but she at least does secure another 3-pointer.
I talk a lot about getting around coverage. Well, Sabrina does literally just that, reaching around double coverage to an open Hanju for easy points.
It's 52-49 at the half. New York leads. Now, it's only 3 points, but the Dream are still 0-19 in games that they trail at halftime. It was pointed out by ENFP Dream fan on Twitter, who you should follow by the way, that if Ryan Howard scored at least 10 points today, she would join Simone Augustus, Asia Wilson, Candace Parker, Brianna Stewart, and Tina Charles as the only WNBA rookies to have 30 or more games of 10 or more points. She has 18 at the half. Not a ton of action to speak of in the third quarter. Both teams are getting good looks, but scoring is a little bit minimal, especially on the Atlanta side. They're missing shots and they're getting frustrated by New York's defense. Although Ryan Howard does pick up another 3, not to mention a steal, 2 rebounds, and an assist, all in the span of less than 2 minutes. Halfway through the third, Vaughn gets a chip shot to take the lead. Erica Wheeler gives us another injury scare. She was covering Ionescu, and I don't know if she just got knocked over by Dolson or just slipped or both, but she went down and she was in very obvious pain. But she was able to get up on her own and walk over to the bench, so she's probably not done for the day. And for the Dream's sake, she better not be. The Dream take a small lead, the 4th lead change this quarter alone, and then a 5th thanks to a 3-pointer by Dolson. Johannes scores right after. Atlanta has got to find a way to cut down on these 3 points. But fortunately, Erica Wheeler is back. Unfortunately, Johanna scores her sixth three-pointer of the night. Erica Wheeler makes a mad dash to the loose ball to keep it from going out of bounds, and she gets it, but Johannes is right behind her and she takes the full force of it right to the face. Fortunately, though, she's okay, and she seems to just kind of laugh it off. She has 18 points this game, so she can take a little bit of a hit, right? It's 65-67 after 3. The Dream still trail, but only by 2. New York scores 4 points to start the fourth quarter, then Howard scores a three-pointer. The Dream starts smothering Sabrina Ionescu, limiting everything that she's doing, and Billings scores a 2 to make it a 1-point game. Then Dangerfield is getting more coverage, though she still manages to slither her way around it like she do, but the Dream are definitely not making it easy for her. Unfortunately, the Liberty are in the bonus, so the Dream can't really get too terribly far ahead of ourselves. Aerie gives us the 10th lead change of the entire game, then Natasha Howard's 10th point with the 11th lead change. Cheyenne Parker comes in with lead change number 12. These two are just trading baskets, trading leads back and forth. It's way too much to keep up with. Ryan Howard leaps out of her Nikes to make a huge block on Stephanie Dolson, denying her an easy layup that would have given them the lead.
Hey, look who's here, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver.
1 minute left. Natasha Howard's three-pointer finishes a play of really crisp, clean passing and footwork to push the lead to 4 points. Erin McDonald goes right past Johannes for a layup. The Dream trail by 2. The Liberty are in the bonus, which would end up coming back to bite them in the ass when Sabrina is fouled and goes to the line for the first time today. She hits both of her free throws. The Liberty lead by 4, and Atlanta uses their last timeout.
Man, these New York fans are making a lot of noise. You love to see it and you love to hear it.
McDonald inbounds to Wheeler. She misses her three-pointer. New York takes it. Natasha gets fouled, hits both free throws. McDonald gets a layup, but it's just a little bit too late. 87-83 is the final score. The Liberty win, and they clinch the playoff spot. I am so happy for Liberty fans and the Liberty themselves. They started the season, 1-7, and this is where they ended up. If they win their first championship this year, it'll be one hell of a story because of that. Now, what I want to know is, where the hell was Maya Caldwell during that entire second half? She had 14 points. She was 4 for 5 on three-point shooting, 4 rebounds, 2 steals in the first half. This team really needed her. I guess it doesn't matter much now. I'm disappointed, of course. I'm hurt. That game was absolutely winnable. But no use dwelling on it now. All we can do is just look forward. And damn, do Dream fans really have a lot to look forward to. I mean, this team was awful last year. You remember how it was. And controversy just gravitated towards them. They completely blew up their roster. Only like 2 or 3 players came back. They blew up their coaching staff, management, ownership. It was about as real of a rebuild as you can possibly get. And look at what they did with it. They had no business being this good, but they were. Ryan Howard, it's an absolute no-brainer that she's going to be the face of this team and will be for a very long time. Aerie McDonald had a real bounce-back year. Erica Wheeler, AD, Caldwell, Parker, Wallace, this team is just built for success. And with the exception of not playing Maya Caldwell in the second half, head coach Tanisha Wright did a phenomenal job in her first year as WNBA head coach. If she doesn't win the Coach of the Year, I will be really, really pissed. 2023 is going to be a real breakout, bounce-back year for the Dream. They did this well after being essentially reset, so watch the hell out next time. I discovered this team as a depressed kid in St. Louis, fresh out of high school with zero direction. Shamika Holtzclaw's story in that one fateful Sports Illustrated issue really resonated with me, and I've been a Dream fan ever since. So for that, I thank them for all the great summers ever since then and for all the fun they provided this year. So the Dream season is over, but this channel is absolutely not. We're still about 9 months away from next season, and I'm not just going to let this channel collecting dust for that damn long. I've been thinking about what to do in the off-season for some time now. I might talk some about the playoffs and definitely the finals, but in what capacity, I don't know, at least not yet. I definitely do want to do some career retrospectives, like maybe a video on the career of Angel McCautry, or, team histories of, teams that don't exist anymore, things like that. And I've done other sports and other topics on this channel, and actually thought of a few wrestling-related things I'd like to do here, so there's that, just in case any of you are wrestling fans. Whatever I do, I hope you enjoy it, and if you're a Dream fan or just a WNBA fan in general, I encourage a subscribe, because I'm definitely going to make those WNBA related videos in the near future. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter, and definitely ENFP Dream Fan for sure. Best source for stats ever. I'll put links below. I don't know what my next video will be, or when, but I can tell you that it will be soon, and I hope I see you then.